map is? Any reference?
I don't know. I don't think it's fully finished yet.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! That scream though. That scream. Jeez.
Yeah, it doesn't look fully finished. That is the terrifying roar I mentioned. That's that terrifying roar I mentioned.
I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, you see what I mean by terrifying roar?
Oh.
Oh!
They got beef with Joanne after what happened last game.
Ruby!
Nope.
The fucking.
Oh my gosh, Joanne, you should have waited. I was gonna give you a shield for fuck's sake.
Scooby-Doo.
I was about to give you a shield, Joanne. You sprinted too fast. Oh my gosh. Run, Jay, run.
Yoink.
Oh shit. Oh jeez.
Oh
that
shit.
Scream. That scream.
Also, it will also launch you into the air as well with that.
That's true.
What will? Wait, what will?
The rush one when he roars like that, it will launch you into the air.
Oh my god. Oh wait. Oh, sure. I didn't realize Joanne died. I'm sorry, Joanne.
Wah! Whee! See what I mean? It launches you into the air. Whee! Wee, wee, wee!
Okay, Piggy whining on the way home. Alright.
Goodbye. Bye, Joanne.
Bitch.
See ya, bitch.
Yeah, I love the fact this guy didn't bother going after Amy.
Well, you know what? I'm about to remedy that.
Why?
I'm about to follow Amy.
You're not going for me. You can forget it, prick!
I'm just
Change
watching
his mind,
Joanne
to
chasing
get
Amy.
Natasha instead. Wow.
Oh, yeah. The other thing I did notice with Rouge is as soon as she's
geez.
revived, how she starts flying. As soon as Rouge is revived, how it's just start flying.
Welcome to the stream. Please
nope.
wait for a minute
Bye.
before we start.
Bye. Have a good time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh no.
Hi, bye.
I'm out. You.
Also, if you get down, it actually leaves a freaking blood trail now.
I know it was last time we played this.
Crazy.
I didn't notice it the last time. Oh, you got oh wow. Hey, look
Hi,
at
Natasha.
Look. Oh. Hello. Bye.
The flipping benefits of being a child. The benefits. Also, it's been reversed now. The person's chasing the EXE now. I'm chasing Natasha now. The roles have been reversed. Oh frick! Never mind. It's been reversed again. Holy frick! It's been reversed again.
Oh jeez.
Yoink. Hi. Yoink.
Look at it, look! They went after me, and they didn't bother going after Amy at all until barely someone else when it came to the minions.
Oh! Whee! Yoink.
No!
Oh, not only that, he also now has the original laugh from the EXE games. Boing, boing. And if you want the one with the laugh, it's the first one for the EXE.
Wait, hold up! Nah. There was no way he got me there. I already jumped up and he got me in midair. That's no way. That is a load of crap. Oh, wait, what?
Goodbye.
Excuse me?
I ran out.
Don't worry about it. Screw you!
Let's go.
Screw you! Freaking bastard!
Go.
No, because, dude, he charged me and I had my shield reactivated, but he took out my health down to 5!
I guess the charge does enough to do extra with the shield on. I guess maybe.
But the shield should have been destroyed, but my shield was still on the second that happened. So either that's a bug,
Maybe
or...
it does piercing damage. Maybe it does piercing.
Then I was like, hey, my shield should have been gone along with the health, not just the health. I think that's a bug. I think that's a bug. This whole time, this didn't bother going after Amy, the person who played as Amy. That's what I'm pissed about.
I really.
Oh, for once you don't want to be shot. Okay, alright, I see how it's Joanne. Alright.
Joanne is wanting to throw the hammer at someone.
Yeah, but
what
happens if it fails, though? That's the bigger problem there.
Nah. Well, I mean, considering the fact how she can't technically go and grab the hammer, then.
What when Shadow grinds or when he hovers, it just sounds like he's walking, even though it's not. It's way different. Dang it! Fuck.
Oh.
I don't know how this bitch is playing. They managed to maneuver around me. I hit them right in front of their face. Oh, you're a bitch. You're a straight bitch. Fuck, that's what you get, you bastard. Okay, nah, this guy's a bitch. This one's a bitch. The one who plays Amy is a bitch. Freaking Glitch Slime is a bitch. Thank you, Joanne. That's a bitch. The dude literally waited for me to get on the freaking spring and then attack me. You freaking bastard. You should have seen it. He literally waited for me like a camper, dude.
Oh, I see him.
Yeah, if you try to jump away using spring, don't, because he's just nothing but a camper. He's a camper.
I will admit that is actually something some people have done a lot in the original one, which I have.
That's just not fair, dude. No, because this one literally waited by the top end of where the spring is at and waited right there. The second I was about to escape, he bashed me immediately. I was like, it's like in the last game where Blue Dragon somehow hit me when I was on the spring, and he was nowhere near me. So in my head, that's either a connection issue or the dude's cheating.
I mean, it is as it says. It does say it is an experimental code, so they just say that there might be some desync there.
Dang, he went after Natasha nonstop.
He's technically gone after everyone mostly nonstop.
Except for Eggman. If you didn't notice the scoreboard, Eggman's the only one. I don't understand how he never went for him once. Not once.
I just realized it because
this is also a bug. Shadow, instead of like doing it like the hover shoe like grinding sound, it's just more of like him, like if he's doing like big steps.
Why do the EXE minions seem to do more damage?
I do notice that they do like instead of like 15, they do now like an extra 5 more, so that's 20. So they do now an extra 20 plus damage.
No.
Oh yeah, for once they go for Eggman. Now they want to go for Eggman. And I was going to ask for Jay to heal me, but no, Bastard one decided to go kill Jay. So fuck.
Because he wanted to go kill the healer.
Oh great, it's down to me and Eggman. Sorry, Joanne. Are y'all just spectating instead of actually becoming EXEs?
I am an EXE.
Oh. Well, because on mine it still shows y'all just dead. It didn't decide where y'all chose becoming EXE.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm assuming that they haven't done the of a portrait for it. Yeah, I'm assuming
they didn't do that, but they just show them like y'all. Like I remember that one.
Yeah, because I'm assuming probably because on.
Okay. Hey everyone, it's ATM. Today's I'm Alicia. Welcome to a live stream of Genshin Impact. Sorry, I forgot to do the stream today. I was gonna do it early in the morning, but a lot of things I had to take care of. So I was like, why not? I'll do it tonight then. I thought about it. Now, before anything, you're probably wondering what happened to the Destiny 2 stream of 0 Hour. That's gonna be on hold today because honestly, I'm still kind of triggered from that. From it, still, I'm still kind of triggered of that yesterday. But yeah. So I decided not to worry about it. Finally finished that one. By the way, the banner for the second event banner just came out, which is Baiju and the Wanderer, or the name of your other characters, including Layla, Farzan, and Beidou. But right now, the more focused one right now is his story. Cyno, basically what happened was going on, his second chapter. A new case in Sumeru, constantly that the person involved is in a unique situation and is closer related to the General Hamatra, Cyno. The letter believes that he must be the one pursued of the investigation, and yet the mysterious of silent and the secret of the sand. This is all just the beginning. So we're gonna do that right now. The Oath Keeper. Start that quest.
We haven't seen our Sumeru friends for a while now. Paimon wonders how they're doing. Let's go to Sumeru City and catch up with them.
Yep. Oh, let's do some couple adjustment. Alright, story team.
Ready to do my utmost.
And why not? Let's bring in the man who we started the story with. Cyno. Let's do a couple of things. By the way, let's bring him in.
So I can no longer pull the going invisible grabbing someone. I can no longer do that, sadly.
Well, I don't think you. No, I don't think you can even do that entirely in the original, because you can only invisible. You can go invisible, but you can't do any grabbing while invisible. You can once. You can once you got out of invisibility, but that took about 3 seconds.
Yeah, like that's the thing I meant. Is like I'd go invisible and then disappear behind someone and then boom, grab them.
Yeah, but
I did it to figure out the dodge at that time.
Yeah, but it's not usually 100% accurate, because you have to be really on point on the in the hitbox area to get them.
Yeah, that's what
I'm not healing them. I'm not healing them because honestly, they didn't. They were pricks. They were a prick. Oh.
Hello.
Hi. Bye.
Hey Adam, welcome to the stream.
Bye bye.
How is everyone?
No, come here.
Yes, in case you're wondering, they're playing the.
Come here.
They're playing Roblox and Sonic DX Survival Mode.
No.
Come here.
No.
I am going to kill you.
Oh, sure time.
Here.
Hold on. Oh fuck! Give me a minute, guys. Here.
Wow, the academia sure is busy during the day.
It sure is. Okay.
But where should we go looking for people that we know?
Come on, you should know. And there you are.
Paimon.
Cyno! It's been so long since we last saw you!
Okay. You look like you've been keeping well.
As do you. You don't seem wary at all from your travels. If anything, you seem stronger. So, what brings you back here?
Oh, nothing in particular. I just saw a really big mushroom out on the road the other day and suddenly missed all our friends in Sumeru.
Funnily enough, we were reminiscing about you recently too. It was at a group dinner. I look forward to hearing about your travels. Something tells me we must have a lot to catch up on.
Really? You were thinking of us too? What a coincidence!
Indeed. Or as I call it, the Biryani factor.
Oh, are we starting this? Really?
I didn't let ride those games. I literally was going
Really?
after Joanne at that time.
Yeah,
So he
I
got-
made
Really?
the 4 before he noticed it. I made it to the 4 before
Yeah,
he even saw where it was at. I saw it already.
Kagi,
Yep.
really? You're starting off with this fucking pun.
Oh, yeah. It is time to murder.
I don't know
But
about that shit.
correction, Biryani factor? What in the hell?
I don't know about that
You really want me to say the
because
rest?
yes.
Okay. It's always rice to meet stew again.
Oh, I
Oh,
see my
darn, he
victim.
said it.
I win. I win the bet by 1 time to pay up.
You like that one, huh? You must if you remember it after all this time.
The jokes are killing
Admit the
me.
truth. You have
One
long
time.
been in awe of my razor-sharp wit.
All right. Here's your 500 Mora.
I ain't reading the
That
Bible.
was a fail, John. What the
Fucking
heck was
moron.
that? No!
Thanks, Cyno.
Nope,
Quick,
nope,
hit the channel.
Nope. Dead. Murder. Dead.
Hyman's never making a bet again.
Yep.
Hyman
Choking
really
her.
Yeah,
thought
the
Cyno would
bitch
be able
is
to
choking
answer
me.
back on
Punch
the
me in the dick
jokes.
this time.
Fuck you.
They say people can
Ah,
you know.
so this was technically my fault. In that case, anyway, I'm actually
You're a
investigating a
bastard.
case right now. My mind is focused on work, which is
Huh?
why I
That was a
didn't
fail,
complete
that
the
was a
joke
fail.
at first.
You know it.
Nah. I'm gonna let them have their fun, but now we can.
Case? What happened?
Nothing major. But after finding out who was involved, I decided, on reflection, to handle this one myself.
Need any help? We only came here to hang out, so we've got the time. You may as well take us with you, and then when you're done, we can.
Such enthusiasm. Are you worried I'll forget about treating you to some sweets if you're not around to remind?
What? No! Alright, was it really that obvious?
Obvious enough. Still, that's a fine idea. You are the heroes of Sumeru. It makes perfect sense to work together. All right, follow me.
All right, let's begin. The Oak Keeper. It's been a while. We haven't gone to Sumeru a bit. Alright, let's not look around.
Hi.
Visit the Bat Hall. Welcome to the stream.
Do you see him? The old man flailing around?
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to about the case?
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former Spontamont sage. He taught both me and Lisa.
Huh? Cyno's teacher is in trouble?
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of gardening, shopping, and wine. What sort of person targets an old retiree?
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Ah, Cyno. Now who do we have here? Hold on, let me think. A flying fairy dressed in white? A youth who does not seem to hail from this land? My goodness. You must be the legendary traveler in Paimon. I've heard all about what you've done for Sumeru.
Wow, looks like we're really famous.
Yep, we always have been.
I've told him about you before. You are my friends, after all.
It's good to meet you, sir. We're here to help Cyno.
That's right. Let me summarize the situation.
There it is.
A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
A threat letter?
Exactly. Who sends a threat letter to an old man like me, for goodness sake?
This is the letter in question.
Let's read it.
Cyrus, I have uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from
I
going
see you
public,
using my
leave
boy
10
LOL.
million mora at the back door of the cafe.
I'm seeing you using my boy, Lo.
Secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. Finally, if you dare to report this to the Matra, there will be consequences. Wow, they sure didn't mince their words.
Clearly, this person must be desperate for Mora.
10 million more. What a joke. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the tomatoes in my garden. Where do people think I'm hiding 10 million more, huh? In my tomatoes?
There were no witnesses, so currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler, Paimon, let's put our heads together.
Whenever you are.
Paimon's ready too.
All right, take a look. Do you see anything suspicious?
Ah, Cyrus has uncovered your secret. What's your friend? But it's the symbol. There's something about that symbol. Yeah, I noticed that symbol immediately. From Cyno's discussion, it sounds like a threat letter didn't came from the. It was simply
How's your
written.
trip, big sis?
Oh yeah, by the way, how is that trip?
Just to let you guys know that I will be home on Monday.
Alright. So you still have some good time over there. Piece of paper. The paper.
Very good. The paper has a rather rough texture. It's not the typical kind you see in most books.
Okay.
Another thing is, some of these strokes look kind of blurry. Could there be an issue with the ink?
Possibly. And I bet the paper has something to do with it.
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. This paper, meanwhile, it's very coarse-grained, almost as if it's made from some sort of plant matter.
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia, but the ink is nothing special. Just regular black ink that gets a blue tinge when applied to paper.
So do we think the culprit has a connection with the academia or not? Wait, check this out. Looks like this part got wet at some point.
Agreed. The staining suggests it was a colored liquid, not plain water. It also looks like it was wiped off with a damp cloth.
A colored liquid, so... tea? Wine?
Looks like we're thinking along similar lines. Let's go talk to Aroth. There are some things I'll need him to take care of.
Fair enough. Alright, let's use
I dyed my hair blue today.
I wonder why. Alright, let's bring in the husbando. And I'm in the wrong place. I hope it's not I hate them. Because if it's I hate them, we already know what's going to happen.
Stop LOL.
Stop. Alright. Let me switch characters.
Awesome.
Oh shit, that's not that far.
Ah, there he is.
Mahamatra Cyno. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while.
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit in this case is a student at the academia. Somebody young and strapped for cash. Oh, one last thing. I'd start your investigation by taking a look at the cafes in the city.
Oh, of course! You think the culprit spilled their coffee on the ladder, huh?
They do look like coffee stains to me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of scented paper that has aromatics added during the manufacturing process. The kind often provided as writing material for customers in cafes and taverns.
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops. I remember now. Zaha Hadid bought some a while back. She said she was going to use it as wrapping paper for a vase.
Understood. I'll assemble a team to investigate the points of interest immediately.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing. Send some Matra to guard the entrances and exits of Sumeru City. And change into plain clothes. Don't let them see you coming.
Will do.
Great thinking, Cyno. So, where do we think the culprit's at right now?
I doubt they will go back to the cafe.
Yeah, they've probably been lying low at home waiting to see how Cyrus reacts.
You're right, Paimon.
Really? Which part?
The culprit's approach. Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But just because they warned Professor Cyrus not to go to the Matra, doesn't mean they know what he'll do next. And crucially, the culprit said they'd be watching the Professor's every move.
Huh? Wait, are you saying...
Found you!
What are you doing?
You wrote the threat letter!
I don't know what you're talking about. What threat letter?
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden for someone reckless enough to threaten Professor Cyrus. There are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arav. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I hope you guys doing well.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know something big's going down when Mahamatra Cyno shows up, right? So I got a little curious. What's the big deal?
I hope you're doing well. We are doing well, and as you already know, you're looking at the man who with his fucking puns.
You smiled when Arav left. I saw it as clear as day.
Is smiling a crime now?
Stand by, guys.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, I'm back.
How are you?
There are coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth. Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here.
Wait a minute.
Be free from scrutiny. The cafe was a red herring all along. You had to be somewhere where you could monitor the professor's movements.
You can't pin this on me.
Let me go back. Alright. Okay, let me get the back end. Alright.
So you prick!
Then why are you shaking like a leaf?
Dog, you ditched me
You are a prick!
The innocent had no reason to get
I expected you to have my back!
No, yeah, alright.
In case I got down!
Okay, jeez Louise. Okay, and... Oh! There's Joanne. Okay. And, Ace, look at those eyes. Speaking of eyes, look at those eyes.
Sup?
I'm saying, look at those eyes. That orange... Ah, he's there. Are you...
Your heart's racing, and your eyelid...
I would never...
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price. Now come with me.
He really know.
That was over quickly. Cyno already caught the guy.
You're telling me. One minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute I see Arav already on his way back to meet up with Cyno. Looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much more than 30. But after what he's done, I'm afraid he's ruined his whole future.
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh, that was so fast.
The culprit's name is Raka, a 16-year-old student in the Rataoish Darshan.
Huh?
16? Cyrus thought he looked 30-something.
We checked his records. He's 16, a third-year student.
But he looks so old.
Yeah, seriously.
Foolish child. He's too young for the criminal life. What the devil drove him down this path?
We questioned the culprit regarding his motives. He...
Oh, just spit it out. Nothing can surprise me at this point.
Very well. It's our understanding that Araka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes. He started taking extra tutoring to improve his grades, but developed a gambling habit around the same time and lost a lot of mora. Down on his luck, he went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned that he's always arguing about his tomato plants with some old woman on the street.
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious.
ATM
Has that rascal
YLL.
attended a single one of his classes? That old woman is Kasharwar's very own professor, Zaha Hadi. How can he not know who Zaha Hadi is?
That's the problem. They're Eric. Never mind. ATM Y. Well, you're looking at. Never mind. I'm not even.
Is this going somewhere?
Oh, right, yes.
Well,
So
yeah,
another
it
thing.
shows
We
you
don't
who
just
died.
argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate by comfortable retirement? A man grows a few vegetables and suddenly he's living a life of luxury?
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time to grow vegetables in the first place.
Araka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus
Nice
illegally
details.
obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring, and
Adam's
kept it
having
for
fun.
himself instead of reporting it to the academia. Araka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement. And given your advanced age, he thought you'd be an easy target to blackmail.
Oh, Araka. I'm at a loss for words. I'm so angry I don't know where to start.
People make up rumors all the time. I am quite confident that Professor Cyrus has never embezzled a mora in his life.
Arav, You'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Araka again later. I need you to deliver a few firm fistfuls to him on my behalf.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus, but I'm afraid that course of action goes against the Matra's principles.
Professor, there's no need to be childish about this.
Oh, come on. I was clearly joking.
Okay. Where does this go from here?
The Academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student. And as for the individuals spreading rumors about the professor's obsession with tomatoes and some old woman on the street, there could be a slander case here. The Matra will continue to investigate.
Who said I'm obsessed with... You seem confused. Oh, don't you understand? Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid decision based on some groundless rumor he heard. Besides, I didn't actually hand over any Mora to him. The whole thing sounds a lot worse than it is. All it costs me is a little reputational damage. That's all.
Please rest assured, Professor, that the Academia will issue a fair and reasonable punishment.
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a serious conversation with the boy's parents. Their family lives in the city, yes?
Correct.
We looked into the family. Both parents are merchants and they're often away on business. They've never taken much of an active role in their children's lives.
Oh, what a mess. You don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being, if possible. I need something concrete for when I talk to the family tonight. We have to show them how serious this situation is.
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Araka's punishment. You can hold on to the letter for now. Just make sure to return it within a couple of days.
Oh, so you'll be able to close the case in 2 days.
Still can't wait to go home soon. Alright, that's good though.
Give or take. Cases like this are quick to resolve.
Very good. Well, thank you for all your help. Perhaps we can all go for a meal together. Oh, my treat, of course.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but I have a prior commitment. Enjoy the meal, everyone.
Very well.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a... Ah, and isn't Tighnari in town at the moment? Bring him along, too.
Wait, you mean Tighnari's in the city?
He is. Tighnari's master, Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the Academia to help out on a project. They should be at Nephis's office at this hour. Though I must say, I'm surprised you're extending an invitation to Tighnari. Did you do something to offend Sir Nephis?
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all the time. It's never the other way around. Anyway, hurry up and fetch Tighnari. I'll head over to the tavern with the Traveler and Paimon. See you there. Go on now. Don't keep us waiting.
Alright, let's go to the second floor. We hope, please, for the love of God, dude. I hope this pun doesn't... He did one pun that was already... I already caught it. And now I'm scared about the next fucking pun. Oh, alright. Wow.
Not to brag, but we never had problems like this at Ratawa Hiss back when I was still teaching. And if you don't want to take my word for it, you can ask them. They were students at the time. They'll tell you what it was like, won't they?
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master. It wrought havoc on my poor tail, so I didn't exactly keep up to date with what was going on at the Academia. Most of what I know, I heard from Cyno after the fact.
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his retirement. He used to be far stricter, and was especially known for being extremely principled.
Wow. It's hard enough to stay true to your principles as a normal person. I can't imagine doing that as a sage.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time. I would have happily taken her on as a student.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper-class woman.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa? She seems to prefer it when people treat her like an older sister.
Oh, believe me, back when she was a student, nothing made her happier than the younger students acknowledging her seniority.
No wonder. Jesus.
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this?
Cyno
We
is
don't
so
want to
cute,
take
X3.
damage.
I knew, like, she couldn't resist his face. That's the problem. You saw his hair before, so imagine.
Oh, don't worry about it. Order whatever you like. And if it's not enough, order some more.
I thought I heard some familiar voices. Ah, and Sir Cyrus is here as well.
Oh boy, the two husbandos are here. The two husbandos are here.
Oh, Kave, it's been a while. Zahahadi was talking about you last month.
Tortured.
How have you been?
Say what, Nedrin?
There.
It's about to.
I've been all right, thank you. You're looking very well, sir. I'm glad to see it.
Have you eaten yet? Care to join
Well,
us?
at least you know
That's
how I
awfully
feel
kind of you,
when
but
I'm
I had a late
around
lunch, so I'm not
the
really
day
hungry
friend
just yet.
and the boy.
I'll have dinner a little bit later tonight.
Emoji flushed face, emoji flushed face, emoji flushed face, emoji flushed face.
Look at that face. Good, take a good look at that face. At this point, it just doesn't want to kiss him. Anyway.
I just came to Lombard's to buy some wine, and when I heard some voices I recognized, I thought I'd come and say hello. So what's the occasion, anyway? Some sort of celebration?
Consolation, more like. You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
And we keep him up to speed.
Shut up. Sounds like things have really gone downhill since I was there. My whole time as a student, I've never heard of anything remotely like that.
That's true,
I
Tanari.
can't believe how young the guy is. Oh, what are his parents going to think?
Young people are always more susceptible to making rash and ill-advised decisions. Their minds are still developing. It's just an unfortunate fact of life. But still, this boy has some nerve. Just look at what he wrote. Oh, it makes my...
Wow, yeah. Jeez.
I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. And then he just followed you into the house of Dana?
If this were my son, he'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Luckily, I'm also an extremely principled person.
Kave! Your order's ready, sir!
Coming. I'll have to get going. Have a nice evening, everyone. I'll catch you all another time.
Okay, bye-bye!
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here too?
Yes, dumbass.
Yep, it's all there. I'll stop babbling away now. Let's eat.
Before the food gets cold, correction. Paimon, for the love of God, do not bring in brain juice in your head. Okay, after a crazy day. Well, Lisa has this. Oof. There's some mystery about Lisa. I'm glad that we finally meet we finally meet Cyno and Lisa's teacher, including tonight Tanari knows them too. So it's really interesting. I have a feeling this story's not done yet.
Oh, too tasty. Paimon's belly is about to explode.
Bing!
Oh, mine too. I'll have to walk home to burn some of it off.
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus. Master Tainari and I will bring you some homemade herbal tea next time. It'll do wonders for your sleep.
Well, I look forward to that. In fact, could I trouble you to bring a little extra for the other old folks on my street?
Alright.
No problem at all. I'll pack some up and bring it over.
Thank you for the treat for treating us.
I'll see you all later. I better head home now and tend to the crops.
Good night, Professor. Don't let those tomatoes keep you up too late.
Hey, my tomatoes are serious business. I am not about to be beaten by Zaha Hadid. Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children. I bid you all a good night.
Take care. Have a safe trip home.
All right. Now, we finally have some us time.
What do you mean, us time?
Well, I was talking with Tainari and Kale, and since we all have some free time, we thought we could all go camping together. Think of it as our way of welcoming you back to Sumeru.
Camping? Oh, that sounds fun. Paimon's in.
Yes, I like fun.
Right? It's been so long since we did something fun together. I can't wait.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow afternoon at the riverbank to the southeast of Gandharvaville. No need to bring anything. We've already packed everything for the trip. Just bring your delightful selves and prepare to have some fun.
You got it. We'll be there.
Great. Then we'll see you tomorrow.
Alright. Cavalnudale. Repose. Let's hope he doesn't do an I'm. Ah! Oh shit. I calling you, bro. Oh.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Let me bring him back in. Hope we're not doing. Alright, let's go.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Why are you Amy? Why are you Amy?
Not going to leave her alone.
You want to use
Alright.
I love how...
Yeah, they're gonna continue playing Roblox, so let them have fun. Let's go do this timer. What the fuck? Oh, between 14, okay.
Oh yeah, the sleep more.
Hello.
There you go. Gotcha, sorry ass. Welcome to the stream, Glow. I'm not gonna. Alright.
Time to set off. Let's head to the southeast of Gandharvaville and meet up with the others.
It's not that far. Wow. It's just that's the very beginning when we started Sumeru. Wow, good choice. Whoa! Alright.
Wow, you guys are ahead of the game. You set up the tents already.
I'd say we're right about on schedule, actually.
Wow, I love your
We
wind
were aiming
slider.
to have them set up before you arrived.
Well, I love the wind glide. Oh, thanks. That was a while ago when they did the music one.
Traveler,
Yeah.
Paimon, let's go fishing together. Whatever we catch, we can grill for dinner tonight.
You got it. Dinner's on us tonight.
Take us play, man.
I hope I can contribute too. The other forest watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago. I'm really looking forward to giving them a try.
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for us. I'll leave them here along with some fresh fruit.
Wow, camping with a forest watcher is the way to go. They think of everything. And even if they don't, they can improvise.
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So, how has everything been going for you?
Well, there's been some high points and low points, but we've had some unforgettable experiences along the way.
I see. Well, in that case, you should try a valberry. I bought some from the market this morning.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't
Oh
bury your
my
feelings
God!
using food.
I hate your puns! Stop fucking with! Oh, when you do it, it's so... Kagi knows how to do this shit, and it fucks with people. Oh my God! It's Cyno. This entire episode is just Cyno. Fucking hell! Another pun alert. Oh my God!
The freaking escape pool was right there where we were just at.
Why are you starting this shit with your puns? Fuck's sake, Evan. We're starting that pun already, do you?
All I wanted was to recommend something bittersweet.
Hey, I already started. It's already bad. He haven't
I
changed.
have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff. Bye!
Yipes.
She sure made a run for it.
She knows why. She made a run for it.
Unbelievable. She made a run for it.
Okay, enough! Save! She tried not to laugh, but I don't think he did.
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. Could it be she foresaw what shall soon come to pass?
What was... Save.
My dear friend, you know what I am about to say.
This is
Excellent. A kindred spirit. A great warrior can sense when a duel is nigh. But it looks like we'll get told off if we start playing now. Let's enjoy the nature for a while longer.
Idiots. First trip in the waves. Oh my God, this episode is gonna start with him.
Ah! We got a bite!
Good shit.
I'll reel it in.
Firewood, spices, snacks,
She took a
and
whole...
drinks. Everything's ready. Once Kale gets back, we can light up the fire and start grilling.
Interesting how we
Someone losing it over Cyno I seek.
Let me mute bring his ass. One thing, the fucking puns! That's the answer, Jay. Fuck's sake.
There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
How about the one on the left?
What did Paimon says?
Well, Paimon just thinks the ambiance here is a little better.
True. But it's also the closest to the water. If there are any sleepwalking fungi around tonight, they might stumble into your tent.
Well, that's no good. Take my weapon. You can use it to bar the entrance.
Anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King Deshret's mausoleum.
Excellent. Then this tent will be an impenetrable fortress.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Cyno! His pun just began. Anyway. Where's Scarlet? There she is.
Back! How's your appetites? Ready for the barbecue? Always.
Something mystery?
LOL.
Oh, it smells so good. Paimon's drooling.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Save. Nothing that Paimon said than out of empty stomach.
Someone sure is desperate to eat.
Have fun with the ponzes.
I think it's time to add the seasoning. How do you like your skewers?
Mid
well
or
done.
rare?
Medium?
Medium or rare?
Rare.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that pun.
Wait,
Do not.
What? Isn't that just for steaks? Hey, if it works for steak, maybe it works for other things too.
Medium well for me.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who wants theirs well done.
Well, I'm gonna get it again.
Oh, that was so delicious. If Paimon's stomach had space, she'd eat 3 more skewers.
Jesus Christ. Like I said, it takes a while for this little I give up. I give up. I give up. Save. I'm just gonna give up and just save this clip.
Ate a lot too. Here comes the food coma.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon. Why don't you guys head to your tents? Cyno and I will clean up.
Tonight I show you mercy. Our sacred duel will take place another day.
Not fair enough.
Good night.
Maggie.
Well, it's worth effects.
Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Oh, don't forget this. The staff of the Scarlet Sands.
Whoa. His signature weapon.
Wait, you were actually being serious about that?
It's a very powerful weapon.
Try it.
Try it.
Paimon can't even lift that thing.
Fair enough. You sure you don't want it?
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And even if we do get an uninvited guest in the night, Paimon will be here to take care of the traveler.
Well, let's not forget, I have my trusty sword. A divine artifact slayer, countless. A divine artifact slayer, countless. A divine artifact slayer, countless monsters.
That reminds me of a parting king of invocations. I'll tell you about it tomorrow.
Fair enough.
But right now, it's time to rest.
Enjoy his
Sleep
eyes,
well
ace,
and sweet
LOL.
dreams.
Yeah, I already told her about it. She already gets annoyed.
Oh yeah, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna join you guys, Max.
Apparently, the sugar says no, that's a lame.
Don't sleep. Have luck. Let's play it.
Say what now?
I think they should all be here. Traveler? Paimon? Are you in there? Could you come outside for a sec?
Oh my! What a freaking trip day! Because not only Cyno, not only Kaveh, but someone here as well. Fuck it, why not all hate them? Why not bring out hate
Her
them?
husbands. Holy shit.
What a field trip.
Here.
Just wait until he goes back down to probably 0, then we'll just...
They show all her
Emoji face with peeking eye, 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 emoji face with peeking eye.
What the hell? Ace already know.
Look at this.
What the? What's this sword doing here? Is it supposed to keep out intruders?
Evidently.
Huh? Who is
Emoji
it?
flushed face,
Oh, what time
emoji
do you
flushed
call
face,
this?
emoji flushed face.
I knew it. Those voices, I recognize them.
Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah! Oh, hey them, Kaveh! What are you doing here? It's the middle of the night!
Huh. Why'd they come all the way here?
Sorry to wake you up at this hour of the night, but we've got a situation on our hands.
Let's get dressed and talk about it outside.
Uh-oh, Cyno's not here.
Something has come up. And since it pertains to Cyrus and Cyno, I deemed it essential to inform you all.
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning.
We get chills.
Okay, let's hear it.
However, we got it.
Where'd the wine cups go? I could have sworn I left them here after I washed them. Ah, there they are.
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on the table?
Idiots!
They are. And so are the fruits.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles of what Cyno's group was drinking last night.
Do tell. What were they drinking?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the tavern to pick up some things. He was hosting a dinner for Cyno, Tighnari, Kale, and the Traveler and Paimon. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least, I think that's what it was. It looked pretty good.
Sounds like they're all tangled up in this.
You know what it's about, right? 16-year-old kid tried to extort Cyrus. He was asking for 10 million mora.
I heard some people talking about it on the streets, yes. Didn't take them long to catch the culprit. The sages are probably dealing with the case by now.
I wonder what Sir Nephis and the others will make of it. Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. It was crudely written, but the paper had this beautiful pattern on it that I've never seen before. Really caught my eye. Give me a sec. I'll sketch it out for you. Okay, done. Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around before. God knows where the culprit got it from.
Interesting. These are all motifs associated with the tribes of the desert.
What? Really?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind found on some ancient palaces. And the crisscrossing and mirroring here. I recognize that too.
Do you have to bully them? They just doing their own business. So leave them be. I'm still gonna call them idiots when they're not arguing in their house. But now they're taking it serious of what's happening here.
It bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem, one that hasn't been used in a very long time.
Whose emblem is it?
It's the emblem of the Temple of Silence.
LOL.
The Temple of Silence. Okay, so there is another temple that exists.
Well, this is.
After discussing it with
To
each
me,
other,
this
we
is
both
more
agreed that something
easier.
didn't feel right. So we went looking for you. This was a long way to come from the city. Alhaitham figured you were probably with Tainari, so Gandharvaville was our first stop. But the Forest Watchers told us that you'd gone camping. Then, just as we were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Cyno. He said he was on a supply run. We exchanged a few words, and then he ran off.
Hold on. So what's the deal with that emblem you were talking about? The Temple of Silence, you said? What is that? Should we be worried?
Is everything okay? Give me a second. Let me get Kale.
So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? Well, to put it simply, it's an organization that has existed in Sumeru for over 1,000 years.
Looks like almost part of
These
Congress.
days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the Academia. Theoretically, it's responsible for the custody and disposal of information and documents not fit for public dissemination. At least, that's what they tell the outside world. In truth, it's essentially a vestigial institution nowadays. There's an office with their name on it, but it's functionally obsolete. Historically speaking, the original Temple of Silence is said to have been established by Hermanubis, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret, and the greatest of all sages. Most of the organization's members hailed from the desert. By contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert region, nor do they use any symbols connected with the desert folk.
So the Temple of Silence at the Academia is just a fake? Wow.
It's possible. The real question is, why? My guess is they're covering something up.
So, how do you know all this? Sounds like some pretty top secret stuff.
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting Grand Sage, and kept the pay raise even after he resigned.
Oh, yeah! Paimon did totally forget about that. So you took the chance to read all the top secret documents while you were acting Grand Sage, huh?
If you're asking me whether I familiarize myself with the documentation in my office, I would respond that that's a perfectly normal part of any job.
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the Temple of Silence appear on a threat letter from an Academia student to Cyrus? The student's only 16 and doesn't have any family ties to the desert. So where could he have seen that emblem or gotten the paper?
You said you ran into Cyno, yes? Did you tell him what you've just told us?
Yep. He ran off as soon as he heard what we said.
Given that Cyrus is involved, he's probably halfway through solving the case by now. Still, we should try to catch up with him.
Emoji flushed
At
face.
this hour of the
emoji
night,
flushed face.
Cyno will
Emoji green
probably
heart.
go looking for
Emoji green
Cyrus at his
heart.
current
Emoji
residence.
green heart. Emoji
Jesus
green
Christ! Dang, Ace, you cannot hold your emotion.
Okay, that's not right, Jay.
Holy shit, Ace, you cannot control your emotion. Ace, would you like to kiss him? Fucking stop. Just go.
X333.
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth, the sudden appearance of this emblem can't be good. It's sure to stir up trouble. We should pay a visit to the Academia.
Yes. As the Sage of Amorta, my master ought to know the truth about their office. You can ask him to tell you what he knows. The more information we have, the better prepared we'll be for whatever happens there.
If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence, the emblem has to be part of a bigger conspiracy.
Kale, could I trouble you to send a message to the Core of 30? Tell them to keep an eye out for Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, you two come with me. We'll go after Cyno.
Understood.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Cyrus has been living in the city lately. He rented a place near the field so he can keep an eye on his tomato plants.
I agree with ATM, they both idiots.
Okay, now we understand. I'm assuming this basically involves Cyno's Anubis hat. I think this is also bringing the new character they're going to introduce in the next update.
Here we are. This is the place.
We might be too late. Looks like nobody's home. Oh, Cyno moves fast. If he was here, he's probably long gone by now.
I know that voice. Is that Tainari I hear?
Ah! Professor Zahahadi!
Wow.
Wow.
So it really is you. My goodness. Whatever is going on tonight?
We're looking for Cyno. So, he's already been here.
Yes, not long ago, in fact. He knocked on my door and asked if I'd seen Cyrus today at all. I told him the old fool left early this morning, and I hadn't heard him come back. So we went to his place, and would you believe it? He's gone. Goodness knows where to. It must have alarmed Cyno, because he took off in an awful hurry after that. He never did explain what this was all about. How serious is it?
Well, if Cyrus isn't at home... Oh, it sure doesn't sound good.
Professor, did you hear that a student recently tried to extort Cyrus?
Why, yes. When I left the house that day, I noticed he was watering his flowers in the field in complete silence. He had a piece of paper clutched in his hand, and he looked lost in thought. I could tell something was troubling him, but he wouldn't tell me what it was. If Cyno hadn't happened to visit him that day, he'd probably still be holding on to that thing. After seeing the letter, Cyno told him to contact the Corps of 30, but Cyrus was very reluctant. He claimed it would only damage his reputation. Eventually, he relented, after much persuasion from
They are my babies,
Cyno.
LOL. Emoji happy tears.
They're my babies, oh my days.
Huh? Cyrus didn't want to report it? Well, that's strange. When we saw him, he seemed pretty okay with the idea of the kid getting his just desserts.
As a former sage, it's possible Cyrus still has enemies at the Academia. That's why Cyno was so insistent that he report the matter to the authorities. I was there while they were going back and forth over it.
So Cyrus initially hoped to stop this from going public. But why?
He's the only report. He only report it because Cyno focus him. To which means Cyrus must know something about the Temple of Silence.
Oh, dear. What on earth has that old fool gotten himself wrapped up in? Oh, I do hope he's not in danger. Oh, I almost forgot. Cyno left me this letter to pass on to you. He wrote it when he came by earlier. He realized you might come looking for him.
Thank you.
What does it say? Let Paimon take a look.
My friend, who rather come far. Unfortunately, I cannot disclose more than that. I actually understand the acceptance that I have act alone at this stage. Don't come after me.
My friend.
Yep, that sounds like Cyno. Thank you, Professor. Please do not worry. We will do all we can to protect both Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, let's head to the Academia and regroup.
Fair enough. Not good. Now it makes me more curious about the Anubis silent. Ace, what the hell?
They also idiots, LOL.
I get teleported to one location and they give me a different location.
That is my boy, lol.
Jill loves his husbando. Shall he make you carry? Should he carry you like a princess? Why do I get the feeling I'm running out of stamina? For fuck's sake, Evan. Why give me a hard time?
You.
AJ, welcome to the stream, bud. Alright, let's see what's the situation. Alright, let's see what the circumstances is. Cyno, what you up to, bro? What? Oh shit. Oh my. God damn it. Alright.
Any quotes you are doing?
Any quotes are you doing? Well, we're just doing the quest for Cyno's story. Yup. Alright, let's still talk to them. See what's the situation.
You're here? I thought you were going after... Ah, I guess you lost their trail.
We went to Cyrus's house. No one was there. Cyno got there before us, but he was long gone by the time we arrived.
He didn't say where he was going?
No. He left us a letter and told us not to go after him.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Typical, of course.
Typical Cyno.
Yep.
Anyway, some updates on progress on our end. I drew the emblem from memory again, but in more detail this time.
Yep.
I checked some ancient texts for a similar design. The one I found was a little blurry, but the similarities in the general form and certain details were clear enough to confirm a match.
Yeah, and we're lucky we found anything at all. It turns out the emblem was all but lost to history. We scoured the entire Academia collection, and that book was the only one with a record of the motif.
Meanwhile, Arav managed to get Uraka to disclose his source. The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds was a young man from the desert. According to Uraka, he had a striking presence and was well educated.
Apparently, the two met in the tavern over a game of cards. The guy claimed to be in the city for business, as part of a merchant caravan. Uraka was intrigued when he heard what his new acquaintance had to say, and brought up the idea of extorting Cyrus for Mora. The guy encouraged him to go ahead with it, then handed him some pen and paper to write the letter.
I see. So it could be that this person planted the paper intentionally.
So, how do we find this guy? Did Uraka say where he is?
He doesn't know. He claims not to have seen him since that day in the tavern. The man gave him some tips on how to carry out the extortion, but from then on, Uraka was acting alone.
Nephis and Arav have gone to meet the Court of 30 and review the city's entry and exit records. Also, Nephis admitted that the Temple of Silence in the Academia is just a facade. The true Temple of Silence once came to the rainforest to establish a collaboration with the Academia. But, as time went by, the sages gradually became corrupt and foolish. The Temple of Silence felt that they could no longer trust the Academia and ended the partnership. They retreated back to the desert about 400 years ago. Ever since its inception, the Temple of Silence has been the guardians of King Deshret's civilization and belief system. They traveled throughout Sumeru, sequestering and guarding any wisdom that posed a threat to the people's livelihoods. At its roots, it was a legitimate and reputable organization whose purpose was to guide people towards the right path.
The academia of the day knew that the split would damage their reputation if it became a matter of public knowledge. And so, they set up a dummy organization of their own to conceal the truth.
Not only that, but they managed to keep up the charade for hundreds of years!
So how did Cyrus become acquainted with the true Temple of Silence if they left centuries ago?
I'll bet that's the question that bothered Cyno. Probably why he went after him in such a rush.
Whoever is behind this, getting Uraka to extort Cyrus was only the first step of the plan. Their true goal in doing so was for Cyrus to see the emblem on the letter.
He must have recognized it right away. That'll be why he didn't want to involve the authorities. He probably hoped to take care of the whole thing by himself. Unfortunately for him, Cyno had other plans.
Since the desert is where the Temple of Silence originated, that is in all likelihood where Cyrus went.
I have to go after him.
Really? Are you sure that's a good idea, with how you respond to the heat? Why don't we send someone else?
I should be fine, as long as I bring plenty of water. Besides, I just can't shake this ominous feeling that if we don't catch up to them soon...
Everyone, I have news from the Core of 30.
What you got?
Master.
Oh, so that's Nafis, Tainari's master? Oh, we're finally getting to meet him in person.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Traveler in Paimon. Several independent eyewitnesses have reported seeing Cyrus and Mahamatra Cyno leaving the city at different times. Both were heading in the direction of Caravan Rebat. I was going to suggest that you join forces with the Core of 30 in this case. However, as I'm sure you've already heard from Alhaitham and Kaveh, the Temple of Silence is involved. The Academia has made a number of decisions throughout history that I am ashamed to talk about. It may well be that no better choice was available to them, but those actions are nonetheless a stain on our legacy. I won't attempt to make you understand the Academia's perspective. Now is the time for action.
I understand where you're coming from, Master. But I'm afraid the situation might be more complicated than we thought. I think we need to keep a low profile, or risk making things worse.
Good point. If Cyrus is involved with the other side, or worse, if he's fallen into their hands, and... everyone, we have to get Cyrus and Cyno back safely. We cannot afford to lose them.
You need our help? Whatever you need, we got you covered.
Really? Wonderful. You have my most sincere gratitude. Arav and I will continue to follow up on the lead from Uraka. Kaveh, Scribe Alhaitham, I'd like to ask you to cover the duties of the House of Dana. Tainari, you're planning to go into the desert, correct?
I am. Kaveh, I'll be okay. You stay behind to help Master and Alhaitham.
Well, if you're sure... okay. But be careful.
Thank you all. Arav, let's go.
You'd better get moving. Don't forget to ask for help when you need it.
Will do. Let's go, Tainari. Hopefully we can catch up with Cyno before it's too late.
Knowing him, he's probably covered a fair distance already. But we still have a shot. Let's take it.
So, this is way before... So if my guess is right, this is way before during the time of Ruka Devat. But why sign? When Ruka Devat was... if I'm gonna take a guess, during the time when Ruka Devat was controlling Sumeru, the Temple of Silence was also keeping the King Deshret in check as well. They trying to form the alliance with the Academia, the Temple of Silence, and Academia. Things went well, very, very well. to the death of both King Destrin and Ruka Devat. After her death, and thus being born as Kusanali, things started to corrupt the academia. The Temple of Silence has no choice but to cut ties with them, which also stained the reputation of academia through their actions. Nowadays, let's see what's the true info.
Okay, we made it to Caravan Ribat. Where should we go next? Maybe we should ask the nearby guards if they've seen anything.
Hold on. Look over there.
Is
Oh
that
shit, yep.
You sure
Kansas?
you want to brave the desert alone? I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day, but still.
It's not my first time. I'll be fine.
Cyno.
If you're really going to go through with this, then at least take our advice. When you're packing for your trip, budget for 5 days more than you plan to spend out there.
Makes sense. Okay, I'll go get ready.
Thought we might find you here. You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you?
Didn't I tell you not to come after me? I thought I had a good lead on you.
Well, sorry, but we never agreed to that. Why would you go off on your own like this?
Nothing personal. It's just a complex situation. And I'd rather not involve anyone else if I can help it.
Takes a special kind of person to get Cyno chasing them all the way out to Caravan Ribat. But why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Why can't you reveal his name? Oh, also, hey guys, it's been a while.
Dia and Candace! So nice to see you. Actually, seeing all of our friends is the whole reason we're here.
You're looking well. Glad to see it.
Thanks.
Candace and I came to Caravan Ribat on business. We ran into Cyno as he was asking about some elderly gentleman's whereabouts. Some people say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an older guy heading into the desert alone with just a sumpter beast in tow and very few supplies. That's gotta be one heck of a story there.
Cyno, it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case. But let us know how we can support you. We're here to help however you need. The more people we have working on this, the quicker we'll be able to find the person you seek.
No, it's not that simple. If I'm right, he'll be doing everything he can to avoid us.
We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said, it's pretty clear that he wants to try and solve this on his own. It won't be easy trying to find him in the desert when he's deliberately trying to cover his tracks.
Sounds like this is far more complex than we imagined.
Still, if he started from Caravan Ribat, the chances are that his route took him past our village. You may as well ask if anyone there has seen him.
My thanks to you both. Once this is resolved, I will find a way to repay you.
Come on. No need to get all serious. Just buy a round of drinks next time we're all in the city or something.
That's a deal.
All right, so, you all set?
Yes, we'll handle it from here. Thank you again for your help. I don't take it for granted.
All right, then we'll leave you to it. Just remember, if you change your mind and need some reinforcements, we'll be here.
And don't think you'd be imposing. You can depend on us.
Don't worry, we'll keep him out of trouble.
Anyway. I keep forgetting Kansas has this... I can see why I get in trouble for that. Alright. Luckily we got the teleportation of that place. But why you go to Olive Village? Wait. I have a feeling there is a connection in our village.
Hold on. There's a few things I'd like to clear up.
Go on.
So, after you left the campsite, we had a longer talk.
Clearly, we've only scratched the surface of the Temple of Silence question. It doesn't surprise me at all that the one in the Academia is a fake.
Do you have any connection with the Temple of Silence?
I do. I trust you're all aware of the spirit that gives me my power. Hermanubis, the original founder of the Temple of Silence. Due to my unique constitution, I was put through a number of trials in the desert when I was younger. Later, I met the professor, and he brought me to Sumeru City. But my memory of that time is hazy. I can't recall much. It's a good thing that Kaveh noticed the emblem on the letter. Without that, I don't know if we would have connected the dots and realized there was more to this case than mere extortion. I did not recognize that symbol at all. Whether that's because I've never seen it, or because my memory fails me, it's hard to say.
Yeah, you're right. Thank goodness for Kaveh, and for Alhaitham's diligence during his time as acting Grand Sage.
But Cyrus must have recognized it right away, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't have had any qualms about you reporting it. Oh, maybe his connection to the Temple of Silence goes even deeper than yours.
I suspect so too. Professor has never once mentioned the Temple of Silence in conversation. And whenever the conversation turns to Hermanubis and the concept of spirit indwelling, he avoids going into any depth.
Well, speaking of avoiding things, you do realize, don't you, now that we've caught up with you, you're stuck with us for the rest of the way.
I am aware. And I have accepted it. Or rather, I don't see how I could manage to ditch you en route. So, I might as well accept that you're coming with me.
That's right. Fact is, we're coming with you whether you like it or not. So the best option now is to try to look out for each other. Ha!
Can't get rid of us.
Fair enough. Then at least let me buy you a drink once we're back in the city.
Works for me. All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards here can tell us.
So far, so good. He's handling himself in the desert.
Hello.
Mahamatra Cyno?
I'm looking for someone. So I'd like to confirm any recent foot traffic in and out of Aru Village.
A man matching that description passed by Aru Village not too long ago. He stopped by to load up on food and water and feed his sumpter beast. Then he was on his way.
Where was he going?
Let me think. He took a seat by the entrance of the village for a while, and had a brief chat with the person who came to deliver the water. He said he was headed somewhere near an oasis, but he didn't mention which one. Do you have a map? I can mark out the direction he was heading and the best routes to any nearby oases.
I have one. Mark away.
Great.
Oasis.
There you go.
I think I know what temple that is.
Thank you so much. You were a great help.
You've got a really good memory.
You're quite welcome. Just doing my job. Best of luck. I hope you find him soon.
Alright. Oasis it is. Why he's doing it on Oasis if he knows that... Okay. Wait a minute. I remember there's a temple there near Oasis.
Familiar sight.
I start to remember that place now. But let's make sure if I'm correct.
The sunshine will eventually illuminate every hidden corner.
There he is. I know we're gonna go this.
Hold on. I see some people over there.
Do you think it's safe to ask them what they know?
Should be. I'll go.
No. I'll do it.
go talk to them. What difference does it make?
Given my background, appearance, and the way I dress, I might not be the most welcome visitor here. Just in case, it's probably better to let a more neutral party handle things.
Ah, hello there. I hope I'm not interrupting. My friend and I are looking for an elderly man who's gone missing around these parts. Any chance I could ask you a couple of questions?
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure. What do you want to know?
I'm just wondering if you've seen him. Let me give you the details.
So, a silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes, and he's traveling alone.
He'd stand out like a sore thumb around here.
Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy we'd remember if we saw him.
He's looking behind me.
Uh-oh. That guy's looking our way.
Your friend over there stands out a lot, too.
Might as well join in.
Hey, aren't you Cyno, the General Mahamatra?
Yes, that's me.
Mouse? Jay, I'm not hearing this, right? Why is so? I gotta hear that voice actor. I'm sorry. That bugged the shit out of me. Holy shit. Give me a minute. Jessica, look. Oh god, never mind. Oh, never mind. I'm done. No, I'm done. What an idiot.
You don't seem surprised that I recognized you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old man who's gone missing.
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
Someone's on edge.
I do sound
you
familiar.
Don't trust me much, do you?
What up, G? Shaggy 163, welcome to the stream. That sounds like Miles. Hold up. That bugged this shit. That threw me off.
No need to hide it. I understand why you're wary of us.
But it's not.
Still, you came to us asking for help.
So why not?
Do you want it or not?
I thought you were a group of merchants. Seems I was mistaken.
Nope. Yeah, I'm starting to think it too, but I'm gonna take a look just to get out of my system. That voice sounds so familiar, though.
Your henchmen don't look like much, but something.
Hey, hear that, guys? You're my henchmen now.
Suits me.
Just cut to the chase already. I'm running out of patience.
All right. Come with me. All of you. Don't you want to find your friend? The silver-haired, long-robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes? Sounds like there's a whole other side to Cyrus I didn't know about.
So you know where he is?
Just follow me. I'll take you to him.
Looks like we already knew. Well. Remember, using Cyno for this one right now. This guy act like more of a 5-star character. I'm sorry.
Here.
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here.
Please, step back.
Ooh, something's coming out of the ground!
The Anubis.
What is this enormous building doing here?
And how was it so well hidden? King Deshret's technology?
Looks like it be.
Wait, so, hold on. Who are you guys really?
Is this the Temple of Silence? So you're a member?
All good questions. There'll be plenty of time to address them later.
Looks like we're gonna have to find out the hard way. This cannot be good. By the way, for people who don't know, he is that character we just saw is coming in the next update.
He sounds like Shikamaru from Naruto. What a drag.
Oh, him? I hope not. I hope not.
Expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis.
The Anubis.
I'm scared.
Safe. So cute.
Must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this is the...
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you might regret.
Me too. I hope I haven't done anything to incur your wrath.
Nah, the Anubis. That's. Oh my God, the Anubis symbol. That's like that's a big important role. Yup. Yeah, we're gonna have to play Cyno on this one.
The hidden ones.
I knew. I hope it's not a moon. If it was a moon, that would be very fucking impressive. They bring in a character somewhat like him. This Temple of Silence. This is a long road ahead. Ah, the Anubis. You can never say no to that. You can never say no to that.
Alright. You can wait here for now. I'll inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight until he comes to greet you.
The Temple of Silence. In the sound of silence.
So he's just gonna leave us here unattended? Maybe we're not being kidnapped after all.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
They can't have been at the oasis by chance. They were waiting for us. Whoever the leader is here, they were obviously counting on us showing up.
I know.
So this is the Temple of Silence. After leaving the rainforest, they hid themselves here?
Hey, look! That guy's coming back.
Don't worry. Someone will come and call for you soon.
What's your name?
He's at least
Sorry, guess I was so delighted to see you, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sethos. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning on answering all of your questions. Other than that, you can occupy yourselves however you see fit.
Sethos. Okay. Now let's see who the voice actor is. Alright, they reveal his voice actor. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna let you go ahead.
So we're free to explore by ourselves.
Yep. I mean, I'm not worried about you running off. Cyrus is here. And unless I've misunderstood, you're all quite anxious to see him again.
He's right. Well,
He
if we've got
also
some
sounds
time,
like Genji.
we might as well take a look around.
Genji, that's what also hit me too. Alright.
Nenji.
No, Nenji. Zena Robinson. Okay. Okay, we got his name. Give me a minute. We just got his name, so... the Egyptian music. I'm sorry. Just let it play. I'm gonna let that music play. Oh, okay. No. All right. All right. I think this might. Wait.
Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later.
All right. Okay. Now I ring a bell. Alright, so we found the English voice actor. He close enough. He's not from Naruto, nor from he's not from Naruto. That's for sure. In fact, he plays a character that
I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
He played one of the main characters from Digimon. Alright, we'll hold on to that dude in a bit. Oh. Alright, we can go back to my normal state. Because since Cyno's there, he's there, so. He plays Digimon, one of the voice actors from Digimon. DJ from Street Fighter 6. Wow, he did a lot of he also played many roles from Bleach, 1000 Year Blood War, God from Pokemon. Let's see. Some of the characters from Demon Slayer. I'm gonna look into more. Yo, do me a favor. I do not care about that. Oh shit! Okay, I seen that anime. I haven't seen it in English. Well, I'm willing to watch that now. I'm gonna watch that later. Some of the characters from Attack on Titan. He does Hulk from My Hero Academia. Let's see what else is here. Alright. Yo, real? Why I keep seeing this shit? No. Alright, I'll give up on that fucking thing. That's gonna annoy the hell out of me. Alright, enough. He does Cyborg from Young Justice. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So, we do know now he's playing Setos. Alright, let's take a look what information we can get. Alright.
I never imagined that the true Temple of Silence would be hidden somewhere like this. We've passed through these parts before, but never noticed anything.
That's King Deshret's technology for you, I guess. It borders on the miraculous. Amazing to think that it's been preserved intact all this time.
We should be wary of our hosts. Still, at this point, we can be confident that the professor is safe and sound, so that's something.
As much we had to explain now. Let's talk to Setos.
Hey, Sethos! Have you got some time to chat?
Sure. Although, I'm assuming by chat, you mean you have questions for me?
Sorry.
I don't blame you. Anyway, not often. The Temple of Silence is a place of quiet and solitude. We don't get too many visitors.
Do you know Cyno?
What kind of question is that? He's the General Mahamatra. Everyone in Sumeru knows who he is.
Right, but back at the Oasis, you can't have known who he was for sure, or you wouldn't have asked him. So, what we're really asking is, have you never seen him in person before?
I've lived in the desert my whole life.
That's true.
Guess you could say I've never had the pleasure.
Ugh, why does Paimon feel like this guy's not being straight?
Come on, we've only just met. If I give you all the answers up front, you'll have nothing left to look forward to.
Have you ever been to the academia?
Nope.
Really?
I have no need to go there. Not when the taverns are full of the Urakas of this world. Besides, we're well aware of what goes on at that place.
I'm saying this inside the city.
Spies? It's not as clandestine as that. The city gates are wide open. Anyone's free to walk in. You can find out all you need to know just by walking around town and hearing the word on the street.
Fair enough there. You were the one who was...
Yes, that was me.
Oh, so
although tricked is a stretch. He was asking everyone in the tavern about ways to make some easy money. He insisted that nothing was off the table, even if it broke the law. So, I told him that Cyrus had embezzled a large sum of mora from the desert.
So you framed Cyrus for a crime that he did not commit?
No. That's not entirely true. Let me jog your memory. The letter just said that he had uncovered Cyrus's secret. It didn't say what secret that was.
Did you tell him? Or you just...
Of course. Uraka was a great accomplice, really. Very cooperative with a little bit of wine in him. Did exactly what he was told. And not much of an original thinker, though. It doesn't surprise me that he struggles academically.
Why did Cyrus leave for the desert as soon as he received the letter?
You'll have to ask him that one yourself. Certain things I can't answer for him. I'm neither judging nor defending him. All you need to know is that he recognized our emblem. And it was his own choice to take the bait.
That's all I want to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he noticed the emblem, so that didn't make sense. I hate the cover.
Ah, here he is.
Fair enough. Your newest symbol. Ah, I expected one.
The person you wish to see is here.
Well done, Sethos. Greetings, one and all. I am Ba Moon, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. I know why you are here, and I thank you for your patience. Bring him out.
Professor!
Cyrus, are you okay?
Ah!
Watch what you're doing!
Oh, my apologies. We have no intention of causing you distress. But you must understand, Cyrus is of great importance to us. We had to find a way to bring him back to us. Cyrus owes me his life, and to the Temple of Silence, he owes a debt of gratitude. I let him go a long time ago, but now, the time has come to demand payment.
I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones before you caught up with me. But you got here so quickly. Just leave, Cyno. This is a matter between us two old men. You're all too young to get involved.
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to come here from the beginning. You only left in such a hurry to try and throw us off your trail.
Some things in life catch up with you, no matter what you do. You shouldn't have come, let alone brought the others.
Cyno didn't make us do anything. We came here for the same reason he did, to rescue you. We'd appreciate you telling us the truth. Otherwise, it seems a little unfair on everyone who had to stay behind.
I My secrets are secret for good reason. Bringing them to light can only lead to misfortune.
You're afraid, aren't you? You can't bring yourself to speak of your past deeds to the students you nurtured as if they were your own children. You recognized our emblem because for many years you lived among us. Indeed, you all but became one of us. You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. Your own guilt convicted you. For you, Cyrus, are a traitor. You once shared your learning with us, and joined us in our mission to revive the might of Hermanubis, to bring new hope, new opportunity. But then you betrayed us. You bargained for your independence with your past contributions. And then you left, taking with you Hermanubis' might and the wielder of his power. We both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave, but that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
You really know how to hold a grudge.
Hermanubis' might? And the wielder of his power?
Cyno?
Does he mean you?
I heard a...
That's Jay.
Yeah, like I said, what the fuck
Professor,
was that shit about?
Anything to say?
The moon is right. I came
Jay,
here
what the
once
fuck is that
before.
scream about?
They rescued me from the brink of death once, many years ago in the desert. When he learned that I was a scholar, he invited me to come here. Revive the might. It was a great, daring plan. One shrouded in secrecy. The Temple of Silence had been bereft of Hermanubis for too long. The strength of its faith and its warriors were waning. Bamoon proposed that we implant bar fragments, shards of Hermanubis, into the bodies of suitable vessels. If the experiment, the spirit of within the vessel, many believers volunteered themselves for the experiment. But we soon discovered that the bodies of grown adults could not withstand Hermanubis' power. In the end, Bamoon offered his own adoptive grandson. One other child was identified as a suitable vessel, and his parents agreed to release him into our custody in exchange for a small fortune. These two children were our only hope for hosting Hermanubis' power.
For many years, the Temple of Silence had been in possession of 2 Ba fragments from Hermanubis. As remnants of his raw power, they were exceedingly rare treasures. The test subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony, and instructed to approach the Ba fragments, whose power had been amplified. If, after some time, this power did not repel them, this would mean that they were suitable vessels. The original plan was for a 3-stage experiment: resonance, implantation, and recovery and observation. The resonance stage went quite smoothly for both candidates. As the 2nd stage began, I realized a decision had to be made. Should we implant the fragments one at a time? This would allow us to monitor the results after the first round and adjust our plan accordingly. Or alternatively, we could implant each fragment in a different vessel at the same time and compare their effects. But as I was deliberating, both Ba fragments suddenly became active. They glowed with a light we had never seen before. I knew that if they were not implanted right away, they would disintegrate and be gone from the world for good. Our 2 vessels had both displayed great promise by successfully resonating with the fragments. Under the circumstances, the thought of implanting both fragments into the same vessel seemed out of the question. To preserve our faith and our power, we implanted each of them with a single fragment.
Ultimately, I ended the experiment and left, taking one of the children with me.
Cyno.
In recognition of your past contributions, I chose not to send someone to hunt down and kill you both. Your lives were spared, but I have paid a great price for your betrayal ever since. I have always wanted to see you, Cyno. Losing you and your Ba fragment dealt us a devastating blow. We've been in decline ever since you left.
I see. So that's how I gained my power.
Look, in essence, I borrowed your Ba fragment for a decade or so. And now you are seeking justice. If you want to take my life, then so be it. I'm an old man now anyway. But you cannot lift a finger against Cyno. He is the General Mahamatra. Your actions would be seen as a declaration of war against the Academia.
I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Cyno, but you've met us all before. You were so young then, when we all gathered around and celebrated the revival of our Lord. You and he, Sethos, you were our final hope.
You'd like me to return my power?
As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is time to reclaim it.
That power is not yours to reclaim. Cyno was chosen by the gods. You cannot take what they have bestowed.
You are wrong. Cyno was chosen, but he was not the only one. My child, Sethos, has the same gift as he.
So those are your terms for freeing the Professor?
Despise me all you want. My sins are my own. The Temple of Silence is an innocent party. It is because of my foolishness all those years ago that the Temple's glory has waned. And now I must take responsibility for the decision I made back then.
So what you're saying is, the power of one Ba fragment is not enough? You're asking me to return the one in my possession, so it can be implanted in him instead?
Divine power causes great suffering to those who wield it. How do you know that Sethos would be able to withstand it?
He is no longer a small child. But regardless, this burden is ours to bear. And your objections mean little, given that you turned your back on us long ago.
Both my heart and mind are telling me that what you are proposing is a terrible idea. However...
Don't listen to him, Cyno. That power is no more yours to give than it is his to take. You have to understand.
I know. But if this is a question of your freedom versus a fragment of power, then... there is nothing to debate.
Sorry to interrupt, but in my view, there are a number of contentions here that still need addressing. Say that Cyno refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release Cyrus. Then, we are at an impasse. I find it hard to believe that you went to all this effort without planning for that possibility. You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining cards close to your chest. Well, my stance is, put the rest of your cards on the table. Then we can have a discussion.
Wait, those ears. So, we have a descendant of the Valukashuna in our midst. Splendid. Fate smiles upon us after all. Everything we have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we...
Why is he coughing so much? He looks like he's in really bad shape.
Ramon's condition is critical. He must have been focused himself for himself acting strong. His eyes slightly must be failing him otherwise he would have noticed Tighnari's ears right away.
Moon, you...
Take our leader back to his room.
Sethos.
Grandfather, I know what you wish to say. Leave this in my hands. I don't like to drag out conversations, so I'll just cut to the chase. Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago, the plan would most likely have been a success. The wisdom of Hermanubis would have been ours. Still, it's no use talking about what-ifs. We cannot change the past. I'm not like my grandfather. The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill. So it's somewhat inevitable for the leader to have an inflated sense of self. But I see things a little differently. I don't believe the temple has the same stature that it once did. Time has worn away at its prestige and changed things almost beyond recognition. So I'm not going to force your hand. You're all free to leave. Except for Cyrus. My grandfather gave him his chance once. And now I'm giving the rest of you yours.
You have courage and wise judgment, kid. Reminds me a lot of Bamoon in his younger years. I truly wish that the temple would take an objective look at the academia of today. You've been to the city yourself. I'm sure you've seen that much has changed for the better, and things will only continue to improve. Why not consider cooperating with the academia once more?
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather, I might well be open to persuasion. But it's a bit too late for that now, Cyrus.
Tainari made a good point earlier. He said there has to be more to your plan than this, and I agree. All you and Ba Moon are after is the Ba fragment. The professor will accept whatever fate you deem fit for him out of a sense of guilt. I am the one who has a choice to make. And that's how it was always going to be. Ultimately, you want to trade the Ba fragment for the professor, correct?
I'm glad to see you're giving it some serious consideration.
I won't forsake my professor. Nor do I intend to run from a problem that I must face sooner or later. Give me one night to make my decision.
That works. Then I'll be waiting to hear your verdict, Cyno. Oh, my grandfather still has a fair few things he wants to say to Cyrus, so I'll be escorting him back now.
Are you sure about negotiating with him?
I need to think this through. Everyone, let's meet again later tonight. Until then, take some time for yourself.
Alright, well, don't put too much pressure on yourself, Cyno. If you need any help working things out, just come and find us.
Days of Sages. The Temple of Silence. Well, I'm not stupid enough just to do this situation. It's already tonight, so... There you go. Bastard! Fucking damn it!
I've taken some time to reflect on this. If I had to guess, Professor Cyrus came to the desert knowing that he would almost certainly never return. He's a stubborn man who tends to double down when he feels strongly about something. We won't get anywhere trying to convince him to escape.
I agree. My master Nephis says the same thing. Once Cyrus makes up his mind about something, he won't listen to reason.
So that's one thing. A few other things come to mind too. You've heard all you need to hear about the Temple of Silence. So on that, I don't have anything to add. My own memories of this place are hazy, though. Probably something to do with the overpowering presence of the Ba fragments. That might explain why I suffered from constant headaches and fevers as a child. I do remember having some fleeting moments of profound emotion when vague images would appear in my mind. But I don't recall much, only bits and pieces. I was still young then, and all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. Thinking back on it now, I suppose it was Herm Anubis' way of trying to encourage me, even if we couldn't communicate. The power that came to inhabit my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith. So if the will and might of Herm Anubis is a real, intangible thing, and they are its rightful worshippers, then...
You're not gonna give in to their demands, are you? Surely there has to be another way.
Don't make any rushes decisions, I know.
No. I have no intention of returning it. I need this power to protect Sumeru. But the temple has the right to make the final decision over its fate, since it belongs to one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret.
That's true.
So I will challenge them head on, and win the right to wield this power for myself, fair and square.
This reminds me of something Alhaitham mentioned to me just before we left. He said that the Temple of Silence was originally founded by the ruling elite of the day. Traditionally, such organizations are bound by a strict and ancient code of nobility. Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes from his work trips there. He says many of them have their own internal rules. They talk about the importance of never dishonoring their tribal bonds, or the rules laid down by their ancestors. I think we could turn that to our advantage. Go back to them with a proposal of our own.
Wow, and just like that, we've turned the tables on them.
Looks like we have the same idea. Turn it back on them now while we still can, in terms that they cannot refuse. That's how we win this.
That sounds good to me.
Great. And I know just how to start the conversation. Let's go find Sethos. We'll tell him that I know a thing or two about medicine and would like to take a look at his grandfather's condition.
Okay. Let's bring in Cyno just in case.
Sethos, let's talk.
Have you made up your mind?
We'll get to that, but first, I have some degree of medical training, so I was wondering if you might let me take a look at your grandfather?
I have no objections, although we do have our own doctors here. I doubt you'll be able to tell us anything we don't already know.
Only one way to find out.
Follow me. Keep your voices down. We don't want to disturb him.
Fair enough.
Let's talk outside. Bamoon has fallen into a deep coma, and his prognosis is quite grave. I'm sure that your physicians have come to the same conclusion.
Echo Set. Okay, like the name. But we're doing a story, so sorry.
He appears to have sustained a serious injury in his youth, which has been exacerbated over the years by the heavy burden of work and now by the effects of old age. Regretfully, I must inform you that Based on what I've seen with patients in a similar condition, he doesn't have long left. A few days at most.
Yeah. I've known for a long time.
You're his heir, aren't you? You clearly have a lot of respect for the man. But you also see things differently. You have a broader range of concerns and a more pragmatic approach. So tell me how we can end this on your terms. Let's find a way to bring all this to a resolution while Ba-Moon is still alive to see it. That's what really matters to you.
Yeah, there's no time to waste here. You know that better than anyone.
You know, the two of you are actually in a very similar predicament right now. Both of you have a very different perspective from the men who raised you.
Right. And you didn't create this situation. They did, but somehow you've ended up having to make the tough decisions.
You're right. We both look at this problem very differently than the people we inherited it from. I accept, Cyno. This all began because of Hermanubis. So let's end it with the right he himself created. Legend has it that when Hermanubis first arrived in Tuletula, he sparred with the city's residents. He and his two companions proved their mettle by fighting over several days, winning the support of many fine people. That group of supporters were some of the first members of the Temple of Silence, and the sparring matches were enshrined as one of our founding rights, the right of duels. It's where it all began.
Sounds very fitting. I'm in.
As a fellow vessel of Hermanubis, your ties to the Temple of Silence run deep. So I will permit you to participate in this rite, along with your chosen companions.
3 against 3. Sounds good.
However, I have some additional terms. As the challengers, you must win all 3 of your fights to win. And Cyno, both of us must put our Ba fragment on the line. The winner. Letting Cyrus leave with one of the Ba fragments was a mistake, made by my grandfather out of pity. It is a long-standing issue that must be addressed for the Temple of Silence to move forward. I can make no concessions on that front.
None needed. We're on the same page. If I win, the Temple of Silence must release Cyrus, and consider this past dispute resolved. If you win, I'll return my power to you.
It's a deal. Then let's meet at the ceremonial hall tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock.
Fair enough. I was right in certain directions.
Well, after how that went, there's definitely no turning back now.
There never was. Turning back hasn't been an option for me since the moment the professor slipped away to return to the desert.
You have to win. You need this power, both as General Mahamatra and for yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Besides, it stayed with you ever since you were a small child. Surely that's a sign it thinks of you as its rightful owner.
Both as General Mahamatra and for myself. Yeah, when you put it that way. I've had to overcome a lot to tame this power and claim it for myself. Not everyone could have done that.
Exactly.
We're happy to see you through.
The Traveler and I will never lose.
And neither shall I. The desert was home to an ancient and great civilization that, for a variety of reasons, fell out with the civilization of the rainforest. It's just as Dia said. Prejudice has pushed people apart. But there must be personal factors at work here too. I can't shake the feeling that Ba-Moon cares for many more things than he lets on. And I don't think that Sethos is any kind of villain. He's just doing what he thinks is best. Tomorrow, everything will be resolved.
Okay, this fucking story is amazing. Well fucking done with the story. It's like, this is the reason why I love about Egyptians sometimes, and sometimes I have to thank my dad for this reason as well. Cause he loves any Egyptian because, you know, this trial, the story, like the history about it, the past. It always hits them. Herb Anubis, or just say Anubis for the easier. Everyone have their reasons. Alright. And this music already, it's like the Egyptian music again. I love it. I don't know why. Alright, let's hit this 0 o'clock. There you go. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so that doesn't work. Motherfucking... Ah! Fucking hate this system, thumbs.